OK, let's speak now to Lauren Saunders, who is Head of Policy and Research at the anti-slavery charity Unseen. Lauren works closely with survivors and she joins us now from their head office in Bristol. Lauren, thank you for joining us on BBC News this afternoon. Unseen, what does that tell us about this issue of modern-day slavery?
So modern slavery as a crime is very unseen. It's hidden in places that you might not consider it, in private homes, in situations within your street. It could be right next door to you, and because it is such a hidden crime, it is very difficult to see it happening.
OK, how do you go about tackling it? How do you help?
We support survivors who are coming forward. We have a national modern slavery helpline, which is available 24/7. And anybody who's in a potential situation that could be harmful is able to contact that number. But it's also available to police forces and professionals who may come across potential victims and members of the public who might be concerned or see something that they consider not quite right. They're able to call our expert helpline advisors and ask questions, feedback what they're seeing, to be able to understand if that might be modern slavery occurring. We work with police forces to try and improve the support that survivors and potential victims are receiving when they come forward, but that can often be quite difficult because we are working with police who are investigating crimes, and sometimes modern slavery can be forced to commit crime. So, for example, in this incident, that person was forced to sell sex, but they might also be forced to sell drugs or work in cannabis farms or things like that, which are in themselves crimes. And therefore, it's very difficult for them to come forward to speak to the police because they may be concerned about the things that they've been forced to do against their will, but forced into it. And therefore, they're concerned that they might be arrested or penalised for that.
Sorry, are police forces open to contacting you and seeking out your expertise? What experience have you had with them?
Yep, so police forces often contact our helpline and ask for advice. We also work with them behind the scenes to try and ensure that they're working in a really trauma-informed way so that they're supporting any potential victim that comes forward to them, not accusing them of a crime, but giving them support and care to be able to extract the information. However, there is always challenges with that. We may be experiencing unconscious bias. If an individual might not themselves believe that individual, that may have an impact on the investigation process that takes place. So it's really important that actually we use a culture of belief when people come forward and talk about their experiences, that we really believe them and support them.
How long does it take for that to happen? Because like you said, there is also this idea of a type, isn't it? This cultural bias, the stereotyping even. Just give us an example of somebody you have worked with and the challenges you faced.
So one individual that springs to mind in that is a person. She was from the UK. She was forced to sell drugs in a county line situation. She presented with very challenging behaviour. So she would quite often shout, swear, sometimes show a physical aggression when she was confronted. And this was because she'd suffered years and years of abuse. She'd been taught to defend herself when she felt scared or alone. And when a police officer came and asked her what she was going through, her reaction was fear, because she's been manipulated and lied to for so many years and physically abused, sexually abused. And then when confronted with the police, was very fearful, and therefore the police weren't able to support her immediately because of the way that she presented. However, over time, with relevant care and support, that behaviour very much changed.
OK. Lauren Saunders, thank you very much indeed, Head of Policy and Research at the organisation Unseen.